know what she said. She might just change your life.
This is a segment we're really excited about, Sharon and I, because we are joined by Linda Murphy, the co-founder at Clarity Med Spa and Laser Center, and we are talking about body shaping. So it's Linda, good morning.
Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
We barely want to introduce you because we want to get to how to get rid of all
business.
We want to get rid of all
lumps
those
and
bits, lumps and bumps and bits and bobs.
Yes.
Every woman wants that.
Yes, of course
Many
we
men
do.
want that
Men want it too. We're noticing it. More and more men are coming in for their lumps and
So
bumps.
please don't tell me that the only solution is Spanx.
No.
Oh,
Or a scalpel.
No. Or no. It's
Yeah.
not. It is not just Spanx and it's not just a scalpel. I will say that surgery, I'm going to preface this with, if you want everything gone, it's surgery. But for most men and women, and surgery is not an option for them, and they would prefer something a little less invasive.
Well,
So-
also it's the downtime. People
Yeah.
have so much to do. You don't have a month to sit around, in pressurized garments.
Unless
and
you win
not
the
go to
Yes.
grocery- No. Then I'd be wanting to shop, Sharon. I'd be wanting to shop. I would not.
I
want
want
to
in
sit
on that
around.
Powerball action right now. It's been declared.
So, what are the non-invasive options for procedures, rather, for
Okay.
treating body shaping?
So what I would like to educate the listeners on is finding a treatment that A, is well suited for their body type. So not everybody is a candidate for body shaping, and you need to work with a clinic that will actually have that conversation with you. So subcutaneous fat is what we're going after. How do I know if I have subcutaneous fat? If I can grab it and I can stretch it off the body, that's subcutaneous fat, and that's juicy fat for these non-invasive procedures. Some people will come and present to us with that very thick, dense fat, and it's there, but I can't grab it, and they're not a candidate for what we're working on. So you need to make sure you're the right candidate, and if you go online and you do your research, it's easy to see whether you are or you aren't, and then go in and speak to somebody about the options. Move towards devices that are Health Canada and FDA approved. You won't be disappointed if you go with that.
So, what are some of those?
Cool Sculpting, #1 device. #1 in the sense that they have the most number of recorded treatments in the marketplace worldwide.
Quickly, how does that work?
Okay, Cool Sculpting, really easy. You get in, you sit down, this big device attaches to the fat bulge that you're trying to get rid of.
It sucks it in.
Yeah, so you're sitting there, it's attached to let's say it's your abdomen, it's attached to your abdomen, technician turns on the vacuum, the fat tissue is drawn up into this suction cup, and then we turn the freezing on. Cool Sculpting is freezing. So we're using cryolipolysis, so we're using freezing to destroy the fat, and it's basically 1 hour per fat bulge. Okay? So most people, 1 hour per fat bulge. You may have more than one fat bulge. So you might come in for your abdomen, you might come in for the love handle, you might come in for the bra fat, you might come in for the whatever.
So how long does it take, Linda? Do you walk out of there and it's gone?
1 hour.
No.
No, it's not gone in the
The
moment.
result.
So what will happen is you have the treatment, the fat cells are destroyed, and you need 2 to 3 months for the body to take away those destroyed cells. So the lymphatic system is going to drag that away.
Well, there are exceptions. I know somebody who had that done, a man,
Yes.
on either side. Love
Dudes
handles.
always respond quicker to everything.
And literally, he said he walked away, and the next day he got up, and it was gone. It was literally gone. There was no 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months, nothing, gone. And he dropped 7 pounds on the scale.
I hate him already.
Yeah.
I know, but the guys, they don't drink beer for a
I was
day,
gonna
and they're
say,
at
yeah.
goal,
Yeah.
and they wanted to lose 25 pounds.
There's
So what's
always
with
an
that?
exception,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, there are exceptions. I had a fantastic response in that I noticed a big change at around the month mark. there are people like this gentleman that you know that have these exceptional responses, but I'm in the business of managing expectations. So I stick to protocol. Count on 2 to 3 months, where you see that flattening or the shrinking of the area. In the early weeks, you will notice that the fat feels different, though.
And what does it feel like?
It goes from dense to thinner and squishier. So if you measure the distance between your forefinger and your thumb when you're grabbing your fat, and it's stiff and a little hard, as the week timelines go on and you are moving to the shrinking process, you can get your fingers closer together when you're squishing it. That caliper, that human caliper,
Right.
you can feel and move the fat a lot easier.
So let's say you have had, let's say, cool sculpting.
Yes.
But still, as people get older, their skin is a little softer and more stretched. We're not as taut
Yes.
as we were when we were 21 or 30. And maybe, yes, you can go to the gym and you can do weights and you can
Go where? Lift what?
Yeah.
What, is Spanx the only, when you want to get into that dress and you want to look like you've got that 18-year-old body that doesn't have the bits and bobs hanging out.
So people that come to us present differently. Some want to look great naked. Some want to look great in a bikini.
I want to look great
All the
All the
time.
time. Okay. So those are the expectations I have to manage. And then we make deals in the room as we're grabbing and massaging the goodness and the fat. But there are so many options. Like even when you talk about as we age, the skin is looser. With cool sculpting and with another device that I really love called Vanquish, and it doesn't use freezing, it uses heat. So you're using radio frequency, and it's that particular treatment, you need more treatments, but you lie down and there's this panel that hovers over your stomach, and you will, let's say it's your stomach that's being treated, and you will see circumferential reduction. But you're going to come 6 times.
What is what's it doing? Like,
It's melting the fat versus freezing the fat. And I'm going to go back and reiterate this. You need to find a device that's Health Canada or FDA cleared to destroy fat cells. No adipolysis, which is fat cell destruction. No reduction. Destruction of cells equals reduction in that treatment area. So just do the homework. So after you've reduced the cells, the fat cells, you don't want loose skin either. So sometimes people actually present with, they come with just loose skin, and I'll say to them, you don't have fat, you have loose skin. Let's look at Exilis Elite for skin tightening. That's an option, because sometimes people think that's fat, and it's not fat. And then we've got people that will come, and I know we're going to reduce the fat in the treatment area, and I don't want to leave them with loose skin. So the protocol is basically, let's shrink it and tighten it. And it's that tautness that you're looking for. So it's the shrink and tighten. It's the double threat versus the triple threat. And the triple threat could be you'll do cool sculpting, you'll do a little Exilis skin tightening, and then you can wear shapewear, not Spanx. Shapewear, like the stuff that I have on today, which is really amazing. That actually makes you feel really good. I've had my treatments done. I'm very happy with my response. But at 55, turning 56, I still want, it's hard to get that smoothness. We don't bounce back the same. And some dresses, I just want that, I don't even want the loose skin showing through. I want smoothness showing.
So tell us about this shapewear.
So shapewear. They got me when they said it was bombshell approved. That's their tagline. The line is called Veravasi. It's out of the U.S., so I like that. That brings me comfort. It really is bombshell approved. It comes in different colors. You've got high waist, low waist, camisole. Up against the competition, which we discussed, a brand name, it shrinks significantly. It smooths significantly. I will not go back to a department store shapewear ever again. Their tagline is bombshell approved and 24/7. You miss it when you're not wearing it.
Ooh, that's cool.
Even people that are fit and thin love the compression, because the compression is scientifically proven to micro-massage the skin, helping with cellulite.
Very interesting. So this is like the finishing topper on everything else.
Yeah.
But I want to ask about when you're going to a facility like yours, the Clarity Med Spa and Laser Center. When you go to a facility, the people that are working there, other than yourself, what are you looking for in the people that work there? And so what should we expect with the practitioners that are at such a place?
What to expect? Expect them to be able to talk the gamut of devices in that area that you want to talk about. So if I want to talk about skin tightening, I expect you to know your competition, to know the devices, and tell me why yours. I expect you, well, I have an expectation, but that might not be real because this is how I operate. If I'm not the clinic for you, I will send you on your way. We've built relationships where we know who's good at what.
And that's important.
And we pride ourselves in doing business that way. So someone should know all the different, like if you're looking at proteins, someone should know all the proteins, not just talk about fish. You know, the thing is some clinics only sell fish, so they're going to guide you towards fish. They only sell with one cool sculpting, so they won't talk to you about Vanquish or skin tightening. You know, so it's knowing, we like to know as much as we can. And you're still investing a fair bit of money with any of these treatments. Go for science. You can never go wrong. Is show me the science. You know, if there's a show me state for science, I'm from that state. So that's a big deal.
Let me ask you, more and more men, I think, are getting into the field of wanting to look good. I mean, I remember the day when a man would never publicly admit that he had a manicure.
Oh, they wouldn't even use hand cream, for goodness sake,
Oh,
back in
no.
the day.
Yes.
So are you noticing more and more?
Dudes, yes, we are getting dudes. We are getting men. Men are coming in on their own. Women are, you know, they're doing the border collie action to their men and just nudging them towards us and towards our competitor, like anyone in our industry. Men age. And men sometimes, what we're finding is will find themselves in a career change or a relationship shakeup. And they haven't done anything for a long time. And I'm going to go to the career change because there are studies and there are statistics on the big drug companies that are that sell injectables. The male market is a very lucrative market, a growth market for them right now. Imagine you're 45 years old. You're a smart guy. You have a lot of knowledge. You're going to go apply a job where the average age is 32.7 months old, right? 32 years, 0.7, whatever. And they're competing with these young people. The thing is, in many industries, someone doesn't want to work with an old dude. They don't want to work with a dinosaur. They want to work with someone who's seasoned, right? So you want to you have your resume, you're seasoned, but you look hip, not archaic.
You want to work with Don Draper.
Oh, yes. Yes. Let's just all meditate on that for a minute. Okay. I'm there.
Okay. You can get them there.
Even the men want to work with Don Draper.
Exactly.
It would just sort of rub off on them.
Well, we're so happy that you came in, and you will be coming in again to talk about
yes.
other things. And, of course, where can people go to find you?
Well, they can go to claritymedspa.ca. And your listeners, I know, are all over the world. You can email me if you have questions about services in your market. It would be, tell them that you heard about me on What She Said. It'd be my pleasure to help and guide you.
Well, I know that we had a very popular blog on the Hangover Face the last time you were, and of course, Clarity Med Spa is a sponsor of our podcasts.
We're so excited about this.
Absolutely, on iTunes and on demand at SiriusXM .ca. You can also hear our show. And thank you so much for...
Thank you for having me
Can't
again.
wait to see you in here again. We have so much
I'm
to talk
all over
about.
it. I'm all
Okay.
over it.
I know.
And
Click the channel subscribe button for full-length interviews and more from What She Said here on YouTube.